In just 18 months, a company has skyrocketed to fame, becoming one of the hottest e-commerce platforms globally. However, this same company now finds itself on the brink of bankruptcy. This is the real-life story of Temu. Today, we're talking about their unique business model, their rapid growth, and the challenges they faced along the way. Temu burst onto the scene with a simple yet audacious strategy: sell products at extremely low prices. And when we say low, we mean rock bottom. How did they even make money kinda low? Before you start commenting down below, no, this wasn't just a promotional gimmick or a temporary loss leader strategy. This was their whole business model. They decided to take a massive loss on each and every order to build up market share and make a name for themselves. But that sounds crazy, man! How can they even afford to do that? Well, that's where their backing by the Chinese giant Pinduoduo comes into play. If you don't know, Pinduoduo is a company that's no stranger to shaking up the e-commerce market, saw potential in Temu's bold strategy, and decided to back them. This is a factor, power of market share involved here. In the cutthroat world of e-commerce, market share is literally king. The more customers you have, the more data you can collect, and the more leverage you have over suppliers. So, with their aggressive pricing strategy, Temu was able to attract a massive number of customers in a very short period of time. Of course, this strategy sounds straight up absurd. I mean, how does a company make money when they're selling products at a loss? Turns out, the answer lies in a concept known as burning cash for growth. It might sound like a reckless strategy, but turns out it's actually a common practice in the startup world. And the idea is to invest heavily in gaining market share and customer acquisition, even if it means operating at a loss in the short term. Of course, the goal is to achieve a dominant position in the market, after which the company can start to monetize its user base. In the case of Temu, they've been able to burn cash for growth because of their backing by Pinduoduo. With deep pockets and kind of a long-term vision, Pinduoduo has been able to support Temu's aggressive pricing strategy. Apart from selling products at a loss, Temu has also invested heavily in marketing. They're using the power of social media platforms like TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube to create engaging content that showcases their products in a fun and relatable way. They've also been collaborating with influencers who share their shopping experiences on Temu across their social media platforms. One of their most memorable campaigns was during the Black Friday sales in 2023, where they slashed their prices so low that they were dubbed the Price Butcher. Now, this kind of bold marketing move has helped Temu carve out a niche for itself in the crowded e-commerce landscape. But let's be real, while this strategy is costly in the short term, it can pay off big time in the long run. Once a company has a large user base, they have multiple avenues for generating revenue. They can start to sell advertising, offer premium services, or maybe even leverage their user data for targeted marketing. And there's another key factor at play here: economies of scale. As Temu grows and processes more orders, they can negotiate better deals with suppliers and reduce their per unit costs. This can help to offset some of the losses from their low pricing strategy. So yeah, while the strategy of burning cash for growth is risky, obviously if you ask me, it's stupid. It's not without its potential rewards. And with the backing of Pinduoduo, they have the resources to weather the initial losses and hopefully turn a profit in the future. Okay, let's take a step back and talk about some stats and what's been happening with the company lately. After making its debut in the US in 2022, it didn't take long for Temu to spread its wings. Canada, several European countries, Australia, and New Zealand were all added to the list in quick succession. By April of 2023, Temu had over 104.2 million users. And by October 2023, the total number of Temu app downloads has reached almost 235 million, surpassing Amazon Shopping and making it the world's most downloaded marketplace mobile app. However, there's been some controversy as well. Temu and Shein, another popular e-commerce platform, are currently embroiled in a legal dispute. Both companies have taken their grievances to the US courts, accusing each other of anti-competitive practices. According to the lawsuit filed by Temu, Shein has allegedly coerced suppliers into exclusivity agreements, which has resulted in 10,000 products being pulled from Temu's site. Temu alleges that Shein has locked up 8,338 manufacturers into exclusivity agreements. As a result, Temu claims to have lost tens of thousands of listings after suppliers were allegedly pressured by Shein into ending their relationships with Temu. In a nutshell, Temu's legal battle with Shein is like a high-stakes game of he said, she said, but with lawyers and a lot more paperwork. Another challenge for Temu is the skepticism over its business model. Many experts question whether selling products at such low prices is sustainable in the long run. Despite these concerns, Temu has continued to grow and attract more customers. Temu's monthly gross merchandise volume hit $1 billion in June 2023. Alright, so we talked about Temu's past and present, but what about the future? What does the road ahead look like for this disruptive e-commerce platform? Well, if we had a crystal ball, we'd all be billionaires by now. But let's speculate a bit, shall we? First of all, sustainability. Temu's current business model of selling products at a loss is not sustainable in the long run. They're burning through cash at an alarming rate, and unless they find a way to become profitable, they could end up like the proverbial Icarus, flying too close to the sun and crashing down. But don't worry, there are several ways Temu could actually pivot to become profitable. One possibility is advertising, which they're pretty much doing already. With a new user base of over 100 million, Temu has a wealth of user data at its disposal. They could leverage this data to offer targeted advertising, turning their platform into a lucrative advertising space. Another way for revenue generation could be premium services. Temu could try to offer a subscription service that gives users access to exclusive deals, faster shipping, or some other perks. I mean, it's a model that's worked well for other e-commerce platforms, and there's no reason why it couldn't work for Temu. What do you think? Perhaps the most exciting prospect for Temu is the potential to disrupt the traditional retail industry. With their aggressive pricing strategy and innovative marketing campaigns, they've shown that they're not afraid to shake things up. And we know, as more and more consumers shift to online shopping, the potential for growth is enormous. Of course, these are all just possibilities right now. The future is uncertain, and there are no guarantees in the world of business. But one thing's for sure, in 2024, Temu is showing no signs of slowing down. Interestingly, projections suggest that Temu's gross merchandise volume could hit a whopping $30 billion in 2024. That's a huge increase from the $1 billion it hit in June 2023. Well, that's it for today. The paradoxical world of Temu, a company that's both wildly popular and on the brink of bankruptcy. Their strategy is like a reverse Robin Hood, taking losses from the rich and giving discounts to the poor. So, what are your thoughts on today's topic? Do you think Temu can overcome their challenges and emerge stronger? Or do you believe they're headed for a downfall? Let us know in the comments below. Before you go, make sure to hit that subscribe button and press the bell icon. Thanks for watching.